Hello, hola, welcome back to Rena MoMoney Plus. I'm your girl, Rena MoMoney, and today we're going to talk about secrets of being a successful, profitable landlord. So, come on in. Rental income is our primary source of cash flow. In real estate, passive income comes from rentals, come from the properties that we buy and hold. And making a healthy profit requires managing property. First, I would say the first secret is make it a business. It is a business. You'll make a big mistake if you don't look at your rentals or your real estate holds as a business. So you want to get a bank account, set up a business entity, and limit your liability. That's first. A profitable landlord is on top of everything, and I do mean everything, in order to be successful. You can't just think about the money that you're going to get every month. You got to think about everything, from the tenants, from the numbers, from the help, the property manager, the repairs, from the maintenance. So you're going to start by making it a business. Second, start by knowing your numbers. Look at a cash flow analysis. Know your numbers. Be sure to add the taxes and the insurance. Be sure to know about the maintenance and the repairs that's going to be on that property. Also, don't forget to add in the vacancy rate, because sometimes your property may go vacant. Usually it's about 8 to 10% of the rent. Also, if you're going to add a property manager, you need to put 8 to 10% of the rent a month in that, and know that number. Know that that's a cost. Also know that you can pay your mortgage if it is vacant. So you need to know your numbers. You need to add all that up, then subtract out, so you'll know your numbers. The second thing, the second secret of landlord is location. Location, location, location. You hear it all the time. Know your area and know the rent area as well. So you have to be very knowledgeable on your area in order to be profitable. So location is very key, and one of the top secrets, because if you're in an area that's a drug infested area, if you're in an area that is not profitable, or that most likely the tenants don't pay, or they're in and out, or it's a high turnover rate because of the neighborhood, things of that nature, you're setting yourself up. So the secret of being profitable, because that's what we're talking about here, being profitable, is first, knowing your numbers. Second, location. The third thing, or the third secret, is to have some help. Have your CPA to help you. Have an accountant. Get your real estate tax advice. Get the real estate laws down in your state. Know what to deduct. Your CPA will know what to deduct, and they can also save you money. So you need some professional help. Make sure you have a professional on board in your business, in your whole business, in your rental business, in your landlord rental real estate passive income business. That's the third thing. The fourth thing is to keep it business related with tenants. You don't want them calling you all times of night. You don't want it to be hard to raise the rent. You don't want to get too friendly into where you feel funny about raising the rent. You want to stick to the contract. It may be a little variance there, where every so often you kind of veer away from the contract, or you may add a little something, but make sure you keep it business related. I'm pretty sure most landlords have a story by not keeping it business related. Don't make it too personal. Before we get into some more secrets about being a profitable landlord, I want to ask, if you could, if you haven't already, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Go ahead and subscribe, because it helps out my channel. I normally post 2 to 3 times a week. So this channel will be jam-packed with real estate tools and tips, wholesaling tools and tips, investing and financing, and just basically helping you become a better you, helping you to save money and helping you to make money. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe now. Turn on the little belly thing so that you won't miss the good information that I got for you. Also, always make sure that you stay to the end. I usually give a nugget or some type of additional tool or tip that will help you succeed again and to save money. So be sure to stay to the end. Subscribe if you haven't already. Moving right along on some more secrets of being a profitable landlord is screening your tenants. If you do not screen your tenants, you are doomed. You are going to set yourself up for true failure, and you will not be profitable. You need to have an application. You need to do a background check. Get a complete overview of that potential tenant. You need to check for evictions on the record, and be sure to have a lease. Do inspections yearly. These are things that you'll be involved in when you're working with tenants. The next secret is use automatic rent payments. Use some type of property management app or some type of software to keep yourself organized organized to keep a report of rents and to build a credit score for your tenant. Using these apps and software will keep everyone organized, especially when you get ready to expand. It's okay to write everything down on paper from the beginning. After like the third one, you want to kind of get into it. And with technology these days, you really don't, after the first one, you can go ahead and start being organized and using technology that's there. There's some free technology to help you stay organized. Use systems, use systems. If you don't use systems, if you don't keep it in order, then get a property manager. One thing about a property manager will truly give you passive income because you're really not doing anything, because the property manager handles everything. The property manager helps you from beginning to the end, and it also keeps you from being on call all the time. The next secret is to charge enough rent so that you will not become a slumlord. I'm sure you've heard of slumlord. Charge enough rent. Know your rent area. Make sure you charge enough rent. Don't try to be kind and nice and don't charge enough because you're just trying to get tenants, because the next thing you know, you're going to get upset because they're calling you with all these things that's needed and all that good stuff, and you're trying to say, well, you're only paying $1,000 a month. Well, it's still their money and they're still paying. So make sure you charge enough for rent so that you won't become a slumlord. If I'm giving you any valuable information, if so far I've given you something to think about and you're saying, okay, wow, I didn't think of that, or yeah, I think I will tighten up on screening tenants, or yeah, I think I do need to go into moving into using automated apps and using software that's for property management and help me keep this thing. If I've given you those things and you said, okay, yeah, I'm gonna start Rena MoMoney, I'm gonna start, please subscribe. That helps out my channel. That helps my channel out a lot. It helps out the algorithm. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Speaking of subscribing, I want to give some shout outs. I want to give some shout outs to some recent subscribers. So on this video up here, right here, somewhere on the video, you will see the shout out. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for making the choice to become a better you. All right, getting back into it. I said charge enough rent so that you will not become a slumlord. Also, at the same time, don't neglect tenants or the repairs. That's a secret. If you neglect tenants, that could be a domino effect, a disaster. Don't neglect the repairs, because that too can cost you more money. So if in order to be profitable, you need to jump on those repairs as soon as possible. I know it may seem like, okay, well, I only made $250 off this particular unit this month. I only made $600 off this unit, which whatever your profit line is. But if you don't do those repairs, if you neglect those repairs and neglect those tenants, you can head down the wrong road. Basically, make sure you meet health and safety standards at all times, because one thing you don't want, one thing for sure, one thing for certain, you don't want to be sued. You don't want to be in a situation where bad becomes worse. The next secret is don't delay evictions. You don't want to delay evictions. If you have a friend that's renting or a family member that's renting, which I don't recommend you doing, but if you have a situation where you need to evict the tenant, don't delay eviction. If your contract says on the 5th, it's late, on the 8th you start evictions on the 9th. Don't let them say I'll have it on the 25th. If the tenant says I'll have it on the 25th, then you need to decide how you want to handle that. You want to decide how often are they late? How true are they? What type of crisis situation they're in? But you don't want to delay eviction. No matter what, you start with that notice, that 3-day notice or that 5-day notice. Whatever the first process is in your state, you start with it. I'm in Florida. Our first process is to give a 3-day notice. So you don't want to delay evictions. If you need some extra help, or if it just seems like this real estate thing is stumping you a little, or you want some more tips and tools on being a landlord, or you have some specific questions, feel free to schedule a coaching call with me. Look down in the description below. You will see a link that has the coaching call scheduling. You can do a one-on-one with me, Rena MoMoney. You can do a 15-minute session, a 30-minute session, or you can have a whole hour. It will be well worth it, because this will help you avoid $2,000 courses that are on YouTube and that are out there for beginners. So if you are a beginner and you need a one-on-one, look down below and schedule a coaching call. Also down below, I have some great resources that you can check out: how to do some marketing, some text blasting, how to start investing in stocks with WeBull, where they'll give you free stocks if you invest with at least $100. Also ACORN, little different resources that you can check out. So look down in the description below, and you'll see how you can start advancing yourself and becoming a better you. I also have a Become a Better You merchandise. We have some t-shirts, phone cases, just, things that's going to inspire you to help you become a better you. Also comment if you've had a bad tenant. I think I'm gonna do a video on helping you out with tenants specifically. So comment below if you just had a bad situation. Let me know if you had a tenant from hell and you just didn't know what to do. That pretty much sums up the secrets to being a profitable landlord. Again, there's secrets to being a landlord and how to jump right in. But to be profitable, you need to put all these things in play. You need to make sure that you are aware of everything that I just went over. Be sure to watch the next video. We're going to have another video in reference to real estate tips and tools that's going to help you along the way and help you make it out. I randomly select subscribers to mention or give a shout out on the next video.